In this interview, we talk about how to make money, even as a beginning YouTuber, how you can actually create more content with less work, and how taxes can save you money right now. What's up, influencers? I'm here with Derek Howe. Thank you so much for being here.
Hey, Benjamin.
With Ellify Talent Agency. Used to be a YouTuber and now supporting YouTubers in this new venture. And I just met you, and a lot of very valuable things that you can add to a creator's business. Could you tell us a little bit about yourself and what you do at Ellify Talent Agency?
Absolutely. So I handle the production side and the programming strategy for YouTubers that we manage.
Yeah.
But we do 360 management. So as your business grows, as do the people around you. I mentioned to you a little bit earlier, if you have a bakery and you're selling cupcakes, at a certain point, you're going to be selling too many cupcakes to be able to sell them yourself. You need to hire another person to make cupcakes. That is where we come in, and we're working directly with YouTubers to provide that consultation and support to help grow their business, not just on YouTube though, but on all social platforms and as a website, as an app, trying to get their content on Amazon and Netflix, etc.
Totally. And you know, for me, typically I don't want just managers on this channel like being interviewed, but because you were a YouTuber, right? Can you tell us a little bit about how you got your start on YouTube and how you moved into this space of supporting other creators in their business?
So I started off making YouTube videos with my friend who's known as Peter Chow on YouTube.
Yep.
And we started a channel called the Chow Nation together. And it did very well for a couple years, and then he decided, let's cut this. And I'm like, I really like this type of content.
Yeah.
At the time, I was working as a camera assistant in the film industry. I had gone to film school previously, and I loved the digital space, the younger generation versus traditional media. Started my own channel, got into the gaming side of things, and then kind of branched out into real-life skits and advice videos. And from there, I
grew to about 200,000 subscribers, right?
So two channels. One about 120,000, the other at
which
about
is really
80,000.
Substantial, especially for those days when you first started, right?
So like it's hard to say. Like back then, I would probably consider that about 1 million subscribers, because that's like 2009, 2010, the very early days.
When we first started getting in, I remember the goal was to get to 100,000, right?
Get
and
that
we started
silver
around
play button.
That was like super epic. So I just want to explain that to give a little context about what that means at that year. You know,
much different year. At the time when I first started YouTube, there was no AdSense program, and there was one MCN, Machinima, and if you wanted to create video game content and make money, you had to sign with Machinima on a 60-40 contract at the time. And of course, all those contracts became null and void because they were forever contracts. But eventually, YouTube, my own career, I wanted to branch off into the business. I really loved the business aspect. I've been a bit of an entrepreneur my entire life, and I really liked the business aspect. So I decided to go work at a local MCN, building and managing their YouTube channels, where I was able to help scale their YouTube channels exponentially. Absolutely.
And you know, one of the things I learned from talking to you is you've been able to do it multiple times, right? That's a big deal. Like you do it once, you know, like some people can get lucky. You do it twice, you know, good for you. But like when you're doing it 3 or 4 times for multiple people, right? That's a big deal. So number one thing is, you know, obviously a lot of people want to become YouTubers so they can live this lifestyle of time freedom, right? Be able to do what they want when they want. But it takes money, right? Obviously.
Absolutely.
And on this channel, one of our things is income, right? Can you talk about some of the income opportunities or monetization strategies beyond AdSense and just sponsorships that you've been able to not only help other people do, but like in your business, help your clients do?
So there's a number of ways. And you've obviously talked to Sean. He does affiliate marketing very, very well with Amazon. And I think that is a huge thing that's only going to be exponentially growing in the coming years as places like Amazon look to influencers. They just released a beta program specifically for influencers to create their own stores because they see the power that these influencers have. And those types of programs can nullify your entire AdSense entirely, especially with the adpocalypse happening right now. I think it was one, a terrible thing that happened, but two, was also an amazing thing that happened because it really opened the eyes to a lot of creators that they need to diversify their revenue and they can't just rely on YouTube itself. And I think that's really helping other people branch out and to help them earn revenue in different sources that they weren't looking at before, and it's kind of helped them give that little push.
Yeah, and what are a couple other ways that, you know, are especially for new YouTubers, you know, like it's hard to get enough views to have enough AdSense revenue, right? Or to be able to, you know, get sponsorships right away. What are some ways people can monetize, obviously after lots of hard work and establishing your channel, to be able to make money better than those options?
So one of the things that I did when I was working previously at the MCN was the way we scaled up was hiring writers and hiring editors. If you're a smaller channel and you feel you are a great writer, you are a great editor, but maybe you're not getting the types of views that it's going to be able to give you that tipping point of being full-time, reach out to those larger channels and say, this is my writing resume, this is my editing. I can edit videos for you at a probably a reduced rate compared to the actual film industry where editors charge insane amounts of money per hour. And then one, you're building a relationship with a larger YouTube channel. Secondly, you're creating content that is in your actual stream. And you're making more money.
Exactly. And the way I put it is, number one, you're basically planting the seeds for future collaborations, right? If you're really good at writing or you're really good at production, people want to continue working with you. And the second thing you said about being in the industry, you know, rather than just getting a job at some 9 to 5, you're staying within the industry and continuing to learn what it takes to become a YouTuber eventually. That is, I mean, great, very simple advice, but like really productive and effective. The other thing I want to talk about is something a lot of creators don't think about, but is absolutely necessary, especially as you get more successful, which is taxes, entities, right? Considering your channel as a business, even though I know that it can be taboo to think like, oh, I want to make money. Well, absolutely, we have to make a living, right? And in the process of doing that, you know, whether it's AdSense, sponsorships, affiliates, and all these other options, you need to be structuring yourself in a way to not only protect yourself, but also to do business in the way that's going to be the most effective for your time and effort. Can we talk about that a little bit?
Absolutely. One thing I really want to make a point on is the taboo-ness of one, selling out or like becoming like a business entity. And I think it's completely backwards because if you take a look at the grand scheme of things and the YouTube channels over the years, the only people that are still making content to this day that started years and years ago are people that took it seriously as a business. So if you were a fan watching a particular channel, if they're not taking it seriously as a business, you will not be probably watching their content in a couple years because for every creator, there's 100 other creators that are just, they've got the effort and they're looking to put it into it and they want to.
If you're adding value to someone's life, there's nothing wrong with monetizing some way, whether it's asking them to buy your product or support you through things like Patreon or whatever it is. The point is, I'm with you there. Like, don't be afraid of it. Actually embrace it and know that that's going to help you continue being a better creator to put out more content. But again, going to like taxes, entities. And by the way, we're not CPAs, okay? We're not tax specialists, but we have experience not only with our own business, but also helping other people's business.
So with taxes in general, there's two different tax brackets. It's a little bit different in Canada where I live compared to the United States. And I'm not going to pretend that I know the tax.
Don't worry, I know the states.
But if you're filing personal taxes and maybe you're working like a regular 9-to-5 job, you can probably utilize something like H&R Block to do your taxes because it's very, very simple. However, when you're a YouTube channel, you are a business. You are able to write off a portion of your rent. You can write off your internet. You can write off your home insurance. You can write off all of the equipment that you purchase. If you're actually just a creator with your face on camera, you can even take a look at writing things off as simple as a haircut. Similar to an actor or an actress would write off things that because they're on camera, they need to look a certain way. Similar with a YouTuber, you need to look a certain way, especially with someone like a beauty vlogger. You have to have a certain haircut. Like, oh, like you can't expect to be giving like beauty advice and all of a sudden
Absolutely.
you got a terrible haircut.
And the point here is people in Hollywood are doing it, right? Like if you're in the entertainment industry, there's certain expenses to create that content. So you as a YouTuber also need to be considering, what does it take for me to create content? Of course, make sure you visit your local CPA, talk to a tax specialist, of course, because we're not like certified, but we have experience doing this. Again, it's just thinking about this, because at the end of the day, one thing I always tell people is $1 saved is $1 earned, right? So if you can save in your taxes, that's going right into your bank account potentially, and that's gonna help you continue building your channel to get you to full-time sooner.
One thing especially that I see that's very common in the YouTube industry around tax season, which is like just happened, they forget to save money for taxes. When you're making money off of YouTube, you are not paying taxes on that revenue. So you need to make sure that you're actually putting away a portion of the money that you make away, because at the end of the year, tax season is going to come and you're going to have to pay a certain amount. Now, if you're smart about it and you're saving receipts, obviously that amount can go lower. And if you incorporate as a business, you can have a smaller tax bracket, but you need to make sure that you're putting money away, because all of a sudden, oh, hey, I owe $20,000. What we call it, Canada Revenue Agency. In the United States. IRS, yes.
So, okay, I know taxes are not as sexy as like search engine optimization or building a brand or even like making money, but it's absolutely one of the number one challenges that epic, very successful YouTubers have. I've literally heard this problem since like 2009. So this is not something that Derek is, uniquely saying. It is something that's a real problem. So we're going to go into the lightning round, which Derek had no idea about this, right? And I'm going to ask you a couple of fun questions just to change up the vibe a little bit. First celeb crush.
Baby Spice from the Spice Girls.
Oh, good one. Cat or dog?
Dog.
Coffee or tea?
Black coffee.
Yeah, that's my favorite too, with a little bit of honey. What's your favorite documentary or movie?
Documentary, I'm going to go with one of the ones that I've watched recently. It's something Jiro. I Dream of Jiro.
I Dream of Jiro. Sushi movie. If you love sushi, watch it. Epic. It's going to make you want to go to Tokyo. What advice would you give a young person or older person about starting on YouTube if they're brand new to this platform?
Number one piece of advice I usually always give is do something that you enjoy, because at the end of the day, the reason why I got into this business is because I had a passion for movies and television, and that's why I went to film school to get into that industry, because I'm like, if I'm going to work the majority of my life, I want to do something that I'm passionate about and I'm going to have fun doing. So whatever your content is, try and have fun with it and make it something that you do enjoy, because at the end of the day, the people that make it are the ones that are passionate and are going to be putting in that extra effort. And if you're not having fun, you're probably not going to put that extra effort into it.
Absolutely. And the last question I want to ask you, just in general, because I feel like you bring a lot of value to our viewers, is about scaling yourself as a content creator. And to put that into simple English, right? For the same amount of effort, getting more productivity, right? Getting more results. And it's hard to do it as a YouTuber, especially when you're first starting, right? I, as a YouTuber, my wife as a YouTuber, we had to do everything, right? You have to think about what you're going to talk about, script it, you have to film it, you have to edit it, you put it out, right? But it's really powerful considering how to scale your business up and potentially getting a team. Can you talk real quickly about not only how people can start thinking about it, even at the beginning, and as they get more established, especially for YouTubers who are already doing it full time, how this is really powerful for your business?
So one thing I want to mention about how I was able to scale the channels that I was working with is it all became out of necessity. And it's because there was a need. And it happened in August a few years ago. Because there was a music festival that I go to every single year. That's a week long. And I was working with 4 fellow employees that all needed a week and a half off in that same month. And we're like, we can't create this content. We need to figure out a way to create content more efficiently. And through that,
to get a break, YouTubers, okay? I'm a daily vlogger. It's good having a week-long break.
It's much needed. So through that, we were able to look at, okay, what does it take to create a video? Right now, I'm writing a video, I'm then voicing the video, and then I'm editing the video. But my passion is more about the strategy and voicing the content. I'm not a very good writer. I'm not a very good editor.
Yeah.
We can outsource that to fellow YouTubers who, like I mentioned, like they're looking to get over that hump to make it full time. There's a lot of people that have great writing abilities and great editing abilities, and they would love to work with your channel.
Yep.
It's just a matter of finding that.
Yep.
And one of the things we did, because it was a video game channel at the time, there's a website called gamejournalism.com where you just post and say, hey, we're looking for writers.
Yep.
All of a sudden, we had 100 applications for people that were looking to write content.
Yeah.
And then in terms of editors, we just reached out to people that we saw had great editing content, but they weren't, I could tell, like, you're not making enough to be full-time, but I want to help you get to that point.
Yeah.
And I was able to convert, I think, close to like 8 people from having a part-time job doing whatever into now I'm doing YouTube full-time.
Absolutely.
I'm doing content on my own channel, but now I'm also doing writing and editing for another channel.
Yep.
And now your whole business is on YouTube.
And to bring it all together, it's like, what are the things that you're most passionate about? You should definitely keep doing. What are the things that you procrastinate about, right? That absolutely needs to get done, but somebody else could probably do better for you. So if you can pay $10, $15, $20 an hour to make $100, is absolutely worth, and that's what we're talking about when it comes to scaling. So thank you so much, Derek. I really appreciate you being on here. Is there anything you want to leave with people? Maybe tell people where they could find you, like your social handles.
Sure. You can find me on Twitter, Derek Howe. And
we'll put the links down below. So thank you again. And you guys, as always, here on Video Influencers, helping you build your influence, income, and impact with online videos. Talk to you guys later.